Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this. I am the Chall, and today, Chall Chats, Six Flags New England. Finally, after months of waiting for something to happen to the Goliath site, probably over years, to be honest with you, we're finally getting the replacement. Welcome to the park, Quantum Accelerator. So before we get started with this, talking about New England's first dual-launch straddle coaster, make sure you do like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. Comment down below your thoughts and opinions on this. Click the notification bell so you never miss another YouTube upload on this channel. We're on the road to 3,000 subscribers and 500,000 views, so let's get there as soon as possible, please. If you are listening to us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, go and follow all the links in the description. Make sure you follow us, download the shows. We are getting so close to big numbers on those podcasting platforms, so let's get there as soon as possible. Follow us on social media using Instagram, X, and TikTok. And for now, ladies and gentlemen, thrill seekers of all ages, Chall Chats, Six Flags New England, and Quantum Accelerator. So Quantum Accelerator will debut in 2025. This is New England's first dual-launch straddle coaster. Let's talk to you about what was said on the Six Flags New England website. Launching through space and time in 2025 is Quantum Accelerator, New England's first dual-launch straddle coaster. Quantum Accelerator is a family-friendly thrill ride with 2 exciting launches, twists and turns, 11 moments of airtime, and speeds up to 45 miles per hour. Of course, you can follow construction updates across all their social media sites, joining the conversation using the hashtag Quantum Chronicles. Now, in terms of the backstory of the ride, here is the original story behind this attraction. In a quiet secret transaction, Professor Screamore purchased the tiny town of Crack-Axle Canyon. The abandoned Wild West outpost was the perfect hiding place for his laboratory of bizarre inventions. Time travel always fascinated the eccentric inventor. He dreamed of combining old-world technologies like steam-powered machinery with modern marvels to launch himself back and forth through time. But not all straight paths through time. Professor Screamore wanted to travel at high speeds with twists, turns, and lots of ups and downs with airtime. Now the Professor is almost ready to reveal his latest creation, Quantum Accelerator. Ready to launch into yesterday and tomorrow, steampunk style? I think I can answer that with saying absolutely, I am so ready for this. Now let's give you a bit of background from the park's website on this particular attraction. So this propels you into a mind-bending time-space continuum, not once but twice. Unlike traditional roller coasters that start with an uphill climb, Quantum Accelerator launches out of the station from 0 to 30 miles per hour in mere seconds. And if that's not enough, midway through the ride, a second thrust of acceleration launches you into the next half of the experience at 45 miles per hour. Now this isn't like your everyday time machine or roller coaster. Instead of sitting in the traditional seats, you straddle it and grab handlebars on comfortable coaster cars designed as steampunk-themed hover bikes. So these are the same kind of car designs that you'd see on Dark Coaster at Busch Gardens Williamsburg, Arctic Rescue, Wave Breaker. It's your quintessential straddle cars, hold onto a handlebar, and off you pop. This unique feature allows you to lean forward and accelerate into the adventure, keeping a low physical profile, helping you manage the high-speed launches, tight twists and bank curves to achieve the maximum adrenaline rush. Now let's give you a few interesting stats here. The top speed, of course, 45 miles per hour, a total track length of 2,604 feet, which is quite nice for a family coaster, a complete ride duration of 2 minutes and 14 seconds, and this has been manufactured by Intamin. So now let's talk about the name of the brand new dual-launch straddle roller coaster and talk about the logo design as well. So first of all, the name, Quantum Accelerator. I think that is a fantastic name for this ride experience. I think that it gets straight to the point. It's themed towards this Steamtown style theme they're going with. From the backstory, if we're going off the backstory as well, it's very likely that Crack-Axle Canyon could potentially either stay as it is in terms of naming, or it could turn into Steamtown. Of course, Six Flags America has added Steamtown this year with many different rides and attractions. You've got the refurbishment of the Rapids and the Vekoma SLC Minder Racer suspended looping coaster. So Steamtown's coming into Six Flags America is already announced, operating. and now we're looking at a potentially second kind of Steamtown area. Maybe the second phase of this project is to transform the surrounding area into Steamtown. But for now, at least, Quantum Accelerator does make up the first phase of a Crackaxle Canyon refurbishment. And I think that Quantum Accelerator as a name is very, very impressive. I think that it fits with the backstory of this time machine and travelling back and forth through time, launching you back and forth through time. And I think that the storyline fits very, very well. And I like that Six Flags are going with a bit more of a storied approach with their rising attractions. You see that with Rapterra, you see that with Alpine Fury, you see that with Six Flags Great America's project. I think that Quantum Accelerator is the perfect name for this perfect story for this ride experience. Now then, the logo of Quantum Accelerator, as you can see on your screen. Quantum Accelerator's logo features two alternate pipes, one out of the Q into the A and one from the M into the R. Now there is a couple of valves spotted. You can see what looks like a stopwatch in the form of the accelerator's O, and you see one main valve attached to the right hand side pipe nearer towards the R on the word accelerator. The blue, highlighted by the light brown, gives a really standout meaning, and I think it fits with the colour scheme of the steampunk style they're going for. Obviously, by the animation footage that you saw earlier on your screen on YouTube, for those of you watching on or listening on Apple and Spotify, go and check out the animation footage. I've uploaded the front seat POV and the announcement video on YouTube, so for those of you listening on Apple and Spotify, go and check them out. But as you can see on the Quantum Accelerator, when you compare that to the animation with the red track and, you know, the brownish kind of theming around it, I think the logo suits in terms of colour scheme. I think even though it's blue and it's not red, and the track colour of the ride experience is set to be red, I think the logo kind of fits together very, very well with the style. I think the red with the light brown and then the blue of the lettering of the logo on the brownish kind of fencing that we're probably going to see around the ride and the Q-line experience, and, you know, with the red track around it as well. I think it all blends together very, very well. It doesn't collage together, it doesn't clash, and I think that it's a perfect blend of colours that Six Flags New England have intended to go for with this. So before we get into the next section, I want to sort of just share my overall thoughts really on this project. I think that for me, it's a very, very unique project. And the reason why I call it unique is because I think that obviously we knew what was coming. We saw the Park Fans update, we saw the post that they put out about the documents and the site plans surrounding this double launch roller coaster. We knew it was going to be an Intamin family coaster as well. So we talked about that on the channel. We talked it all over social media and all platforms. We talked about how this is going to be your Intamin multi-launch family roller coaster, replacing Goliath. Obviously, this is the perfect replacement for Goliath. Goliath was a thrilling ride, but it wasn't too thrilling. It was your kind of classic family thrill, inverted boomerang. It wasn't the biggest thrill in the world, but it was still thrilling. This does offer that same thrill level of Goliath. So this is pretty much a like for like in terms of the scale of thrills that you'd experience compared on Goliath with Quantum Accelerator. Shipwreck Falls, again, another family thrill ride, you know, back in the day. Classic attraction, and obviously it was shame to see that one go many years ago. And now the new person on this site, so you had Shipwreck Falls, then Goliath, and now you've got Quantum Accelerator. Now then, overall, my thoughts, absolutely fantastic. Really love this ride experience, and I think that all the families are going to really enjoy Quantum Accelerator in 2025. To end this news update, obviously those of you watching this will see this, but for those of you listening on Apple and Spotify, check the video version out of this video, because right now I'm going to go through a side-by-side of the Coaster Mac mock-up from the site plan using Park Fan's site plan. So shout out to Coaster Mac for this footage again. Obviously we showed this in the previous update on this. And we're going to run it side by side with the POV of Quantum Accelerator and see how different the ride layouts actually are. So here we go then. So you can see immediately it launches all out of the station. They go through the same turn, and then you see it go up and over. Again, round the theming structure. You see the theming structure's already in place. Underneath. Again, it's a fairly simple, it's referencing each other well so far. Ducks down into the big second launch. Then it'll go around this turn. You'll see it slows down a bit. on one side and speeds up the other side. A bit more upward trajectory on the POV, and it's a bit slower as it comes round the S turn into the curve. And then obviously it'll come round, turn round the other side. So it's fairly similar, pretty much, or albeit very, very similar, barring a couple of little humps here and there, to the actual mock-up experience. So the POV of the real experience that you're about to experience on this ride is fairly similar, I think all but similar, barring one or two extra humps. But overall, fairly simple ride and fairly similar to the mock-up. So there we are, ladies and gentlemen. That is everything around Quantum Accelerator, New England's first dual-launch straddle coaster, opening in 2025 at Six Flags New England. Make sure you do like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. Make sure you follow us and download all on Apple and Spotify. And for now, ladies and gentlemen, thrill seekers of all ages, I am the CHALL. Ta-ra for now, and that is the end of your theme park experience.